Hi, Esther. We have more than one. More than one. So Kylie, you'll come up here. Yeah, or if it's easier to come around the side of the head. You have your book.
Okay. Ready. Sean, you ready?
Can I have Neil come up? All right, Neil.
Shabbat Shalom. Before we begin tonight's service, please silence your devices. Please find the nearest exit to you. I have two behind me, two in the back. So if, in case of an emergency, you'll know where your nearest exit is. If, in the very unlikely event we were asked to leave the sanctuary, we will meet in the southwest portion of the parking lot to make sure that everyone got out safely. In your pews, there are emergency cards that will give you the information. We have a fire extinguisher in the back. We have an AED and a fire extinguisher in the lobby near the water fountain. And so we want everyone to be safe. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's good to be with you. I wasn't here last week, so I missed being here for Shabbat, and I was sort of in a, not where I like to be for Shabbat, because even if I'm not here, I like to be someplace where I'm really like bringing in Shabbat, but I was on an airplane flying back here from Wisconsin and landed late Friday night last time, and then I just got back. I was in New York yesterday doing a funeral for my wife's uncle. So I flew out on Tuesday night on an overnight flight and came back last night. So it's good to know like I'm in a place and I know where I am. So that's really lovely. So Shabbat Shalom. We all hopefully have a sense of rootedness on this Shabbat to be in a place, and we'll begin on page 10 with Hine Matov, how good and beautiful it is for us to be together.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
we turn to page 2 in our Siddur, I'd like to invite Kylie to come up to help us to kindle our Shabbat lights. I invite you to rise, come to do so.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our own lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kireshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlikne shel Shabbat.
You may be seated. We turn to pages 20 and 21. We take a moment for Hazarat HaShavua, for a review of the week. Go back to last Shabbat, just pause a moment on each day, its challenges, its blessings, and then we'll come back together to welcome Shabbat. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to verse 9, I'll invite you to, if you're comfortable doing so, to rise and face the doors from which we entered. If it's difficult for you to rise, you can just kind of turn a little bit toward the doors. For those of you at home, to turn towards the doors of your home and welcome the Shabbat presence into your space, and for us, into this congregation. Lecha Dodi, page 20 and 21.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kavela. Shamo v'zacho v'ribur echad Ishmianu El Hamyuchan Adonai echad U'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litchilah Lecha Dodi Likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kavela. lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together. Likrat Shabbat lechuven elchan ki mekor haberacha merosh mikadam desufa so ma'aseh b'machshava tefila lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orei, uri ori, uri ori, shidaveri, devor Adonai, alayich nigla, lecha dodi, likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together.
You can comfortably do so. I invite you to rise.
Oi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uv'sohola toch emunei am sgula boi chala boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Together.
We continue on page 26 with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei V'chai yichon uv'yom echon uv'chayed echol ben Yisrael Bagala, bagala Ubizman kariv veimeru Amen Yehei shemei Rabbah mivarah Le'olam u'lalmei almayah Yitbarach ve'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha v'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushvechata v'nechemata Da'amiran ve'alma Veimeru, Amen.
We're going to turn to page 28. The English for our Baruch Hu is on your song sheet, the second one down, and the Hebrew is on page 28 in your Siddur. So 28 and the song sheet.
Oh, am I awake? Am I aware? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Oh, am I awake? Am I aware? Yalla lie, 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 yalla lie, lie, lie. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach, Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai. Yalla lie, lie, lie. Yalla lie, lie, lie. Yalla lie, lie, lie. Yalla lie, lie, lie. Yalla lie, lie, lie.
You may be seated. I invite Joan Gerard to come forward and share a reading, which, if you'd like to follow along, can be found on page 6.
May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
So in a moment, we're going to turn back the other direction again in our Siddur, if you turned your pages to Shema Yisrael, which you'll find on page 34 and 35. But a note before we chant the words of Shema and of Ve'ahavta, that they come from this week's Torah portion. And I'll talk about them a little bit more later, but take a look at the text. The Shema here is sort of written in Torah-ish text across the top of page 34 and 35. And of course, we chant Ve'ahavta in the trope, in the melody that we would read it from Torah. I always say, like, if you got this Torah portion for your bat mitzvah and you just decided, well, I'm just reading the passage with Ve'ahavta, it would be pretty easy because you already knew it pretty well. So
I don't recommend that, though.
So it also has the Ten Commandments. So there's a lot of stuff in this Torah portion, a lot of stuff packed into 1 week. So just a note to think about these words now, because we'll come back to them later. And 34 and 35, Shema Yisrael. If it's your custom to rise, please do so. 34 and 35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Continue on page 36. You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Emet. Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Michamocha, Song of Freedom, page 40.
Ay la 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 la. Ay la 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 la. Ay la 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 la. Ay la 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 la. Bi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, bi kamocha nedar v'kodesh, bi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, bi kamocha nedar v'kodesh. Torah tehilo, Osei feleh, Torah tehilo, Osei feleh, Adonai le'olam va'ed. Adonai, ay la 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 מלכותך רבניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני לעולם ועד. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Emar, Kivad Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Amen. Hashkivenu, you'll find it on your song sheet, bottom of the first page. If anybody wants to shelter yourselves or people around you with talitot, especially our couple of kids here, we traditionally shelter each other with a talit. So during this, when I say traditionally, it's our tradition on our Shabbat Together service to do that. And as we ask God to shelter us with a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace, we provide it for each other. Perhaps it's also a reminder that, at least in my theology, that I always think, I always add the words, as my teacher Harold Schulweiss once taught, through me to the blessings. So when we ask God to shed over us a shelter of peace, through me, spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over Jerusalem. So reminds us that we have a responsibility to help bring peace to our world.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom, L'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim, Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom Lecha, Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom Lecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen, amen. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom. L'shalom. L'hamidenu Shomreinu Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom Lecha, Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalom Lecha. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al אתה אדוני הפורץ סוכת שלום. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל.
Take our tali toed down. We continue with Vishamru. Give thanks for Shabbat. Page 44 gives us the opportunity to reflect and connect and grow our souls. Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam ritolam. One more time. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam ritolam. Veini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz, u'layom hashvi'i Shabbat va'inafas. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam ritolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat.
We turn to page 46 as we move into our Amidah. We'll sing Adonai Tzvatai Tivtach together, and then as we move into our Avot Ve'imahot prayer, think about all of those who have come before us, all the generations who have come before us. I always think of this prayer as we talk about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And for me, it's always ... right? There's an ellipsis there. All the generations who have come before that have allowed us to be here today. So I invite those who can comfortably do so to rise.
Adonai sefatai tivtach ufiyahi tilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, so my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VaHanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Page 50.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed מחיי הכל ורחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל.
Page 50. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Baruch Shemo,
Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen.
Please continue silently with the text of your own heart or the words of the prayer book through page 62, 63. When you're through, you may be seated.
Bottom of page 62. Oseh shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimrama, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oseh shalom bimrama, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen.
1 Peter 1:5. 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 1 So this week, this Torah portion has a special, not this Torah portion, this Shabbat has a special name. And it's called Shabbat Nachamu. Shabbat Nachamu, which means it's the Sabbath of comfort, or be comforted. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami, Yomer, says God, right? Be comforted, my people, says God. So we've been in this time. Tisha B'Av was this last week, the 9th of Av, which is the day that holds all of the destructions that have happened to the Jewish people, right? It's sort of, even though Tisha B'Av is not my favorite holiday, it is sort of a Jewish genius to say, like, we've had so many destructions, you could have holidays all year long, right, about all the bad things that have befallen the Jewish people. But they say, no, we're not going to do that, right? We're going to focus all of that in one place so that the year isn't all about mourning the disasters that came to the Jewish people, right? We have one day to do that. And from that, and the rabbis built a spiritual system around that, 3 weeks of desolation that lead into Tisha B'Av. So we have 3 special haftarot that are all about all the horrible things that we've done, and they're all prophetic readings from Jeremiah and Isaiah. And then this week we have an Isaiah reading. It's the first of 7 that are all haftarot, prophetical readings of comfort. And they lead up to, after those 7 weeks, those 7 Shabbatot, it's Rosh Hashanah. It's the new year. And so we kind of come from this place of brokenness, and then, in that place of shatteredness, sometimes we need to be there to kind of rebuild ourselves anew. But we also know that from that place, we can't fully stand before God and be accountable for ourselves, right? If anybody's really ever dealt with depression in their lives, deep depression, or had family members who have, like, when you're in that darkest of places, you have no agency, really. You can't, it's hard to get out of that place. You need to be in a different place, right? To get to a place that you can begin to make changes. And so we have that for 7 weeks. We try to build comfort and a sense of, things will be okay. God is always with us, even in difficult times. And then we come to the new year, aware of our brokenness, aware of the challenges of our world, but also empowered to feel that we can change ourselves, right? And we can change the world. So we have this coming this week, the first of 7. So it will continue. And then in this portion, as we mentioned, we have Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. The Torah portion actually reads, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha. Right, that's how it plays out. Shema right into ve'ahavta. That second line of the Shema doesn't appear. I've talked about it at other times. I'm not going to talk about it today, but you can ask me about it. It gets put in the rabbinic tradition, but it's not part of the Torah text here. In Reform Judaism, sometimes Shema was called the watchword of our faith. In some of the old Union prayer book things, it would say, we now join in Shema Yisrael, the watchword of our faith, right? It became like Judaism isn't really very creedal, but if we have a creed, that's it, right? Shema, one God, right? And the reason Judaism isn't very creedal is we're not the only ones who can claim that, right? So it's not totally unique. Like, you can't say if you believe in one God, you're Jewish, right? Whereas other traditions have things, you believe this, you're this. Judaism, yes, that's a belief, but it's really about a way of doing things and understanding things in the world. And we have Ve'ahavta in here as well. And we have Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 utterances, which we have behind me here. See, I brought show and tell things, yes, to have with you. And they're all crammed into this Torah portion, right? They're all in this place. And just to remember what's happening, last week, right, we had this whole journey through the book of Numbers. The Israelites are on the precipice of entering the land of Israel. And then Moses says, I'm going to give a little speech, right? And that speech is the whole book of Deuteronomy, right? Moses sort of retells the story of their journey, gives them all the warnings and admonitions that he believes they need to have, tries to give them the strength and the courage that they're going to need to enter the land, because remember, he's not going with them, right? As somebody who just in a week will take my youngest off to college, and the first who is actually really going away, right? Because the furthest so far has been UCLA, and now going to Wisconsin, like that's a long way away, right? There's a part of like, Moses is sort of like all those things you want to impart before you're not going to be there to impart those things, right? He's in that place, and not with one individual, but with a whole people. And that's where we are in the Torah. And so, Moses is sort of concerned that things aren't going to be what they need to be. Shema can be translated in a lot of ways. We often translate it, "Hear, O Israel," right? Adonai is our God, Adonai is one, or the Eternal is our God. But I think it's interesting sometimes, like it's the same word, hear and listen, right, in Hebrew. And throughout the book of Deuteronomy, actually, Moses says to the people quite often, like, Shema, like listen, hearken to my words, really listen to me. Right? And you can understand those in different ways, but at one way, I think sometimes we understand hearing just as a physical act, right? Like, if you have hearing, you hear things, right? They're there. Listening is an intentional act, right? We have to listen, right? To be engaged in that way. I'd like everybody. So I think that's a piece. Interpreting, listening is also interpreting and considering and internalizing and recognizing. And so when Moses calls out throughout this portion, he knows the people are hearing his words. But when he says Shema, he's sort of saying, don't just hear what I say, but respond to them. You need to listen to them in a different way. If you turn to page 34 and 35, one of the things you'll see in that little Torah piece at the top is that there are two letters that are written bigger than the other letters that are there. Does anybody see what letters those are that are written bigger? Tina? Uh-huh. Good. So we have the last letter of the first word and the last letter of the last word, right? Shema, the ayin there, and then the daled of echad are written larger in the Torah, usually. Most Torah scrolls, they're written larger. So this is supposed to approximate that. And the truth is, like most of the things that are in the Torah, that are little letters or big letters or special things, people say why, and the real answer is, I don't know. Right? That's really the answer. But there are lots of, because the people who made those decisions aren't around to tell us, and they didn't actually write it down, like, this is why. But there are traditions around it. And one of the traditions is that those two letters spell aid, which is a witness, right? That we are God's witnesses, right, in this world. There's a great quote, and I don't remember where it is in Isaiah, but it is in Isaiah, which says that you are my witnesses, and I am your God. And then the midrash on that quote adapts it a little bit and says, it actually says, you are my witnesses, and I am God. And there's a great midrash on that quote, which I'll have to find for you where it is. I have it in a sermon from a long time ago, so I know I can find the citation. It says, when you are my witnesses, I am God. Right? So there is a sense, at least by this midrashic reading, that right? God is only felt in the world and understood in the world. I mean, clearly they don't mean that God doesn't exist, but when we bring God into the world, when we bear witness to God through our actions, through our words, through our behaviors. And so we have an opportunity to be vessels of holiness, to bring love and kindness and compassion into the world, to bear witness to the possibility for holiness. And so we are in these weeks of comfort, these 7 weeks from Tisha B'Av to Rosh Hashanah, and we're preparing for the High Holy Days. And may it be our task as we journey over this time to be edim, to be witnesses of godliness in this world, to bring holiness into this world through our words and our actions and our compassion and our love. And when we do that, then God will be present among us. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn to page 253. As we turn our thoughts to all of those in our lives, in our community, in our world, in need of healing of body, of mind, and of spirit. Mishaberach.
Yisberach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Ve'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Ve'Leah Hu Yivarech El HaCholim
blessings upon Hannah Fields Austin, Sue Toback, Rosalind Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakov, Kathy Blumenfeld, Caitlin Antrim, Brad Holland, Serena Postal, Robert Strober, Lori Snyder, Jerry DeRazide, Joel Beasy, Gloria Foster, Robert Gerard, Adele Harris, Brenda Found Gerard, Jan Marcus, Marla Fregoso, Al Shapiro, Jeff Nelson, Waldman, Mary Gustafero, Udie Gratz Delane, Audrey Kubel, Deborah Delane, James Stead, Rita Elias, Stephen Gilbert, Sharon Zaki, Oliver Holland, Bill Hughes, Ed Means, Stephanie Holland, Stan Stein, Virginia Guzman, Suzette Guzman, Marilyn Rudin, Claudia Phillips, Kenneth Phillips, Sandy Gunn, Ron Gilman, Julie Ben Simon, Eric Baldwin, Rabbi Jules King, Faye Bernstein, Abby Binstock Moore, Sandra Dizengoff, Sherry Mosley, Jeff Blackie, Hannah Nelson, Mike Friel, John Ramirez, John Foster, Joel Calderwood, Mary Weisband, Ron Sokloff, Larry Meir, Susan Goldstein, Ed Beardsley, and Invite Neil Gerard to share a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of your Board of Trustees this evening. Certainly like to thank Rabbi Kupitz and Cantor Bush for helping to lead our services. As always, Randy on the keys, appreciate your support and helping us to enjoy the music as well. We certainly thank Sean Peterson, who keeps us online. And so we welcome all of those, whether in the sanctuary or those of you who are joining us online. I'd like to thank our two special readers tonight, Kylie and Joan. Appreciate their leadership and their helping to facilitate tonight's service. Our greeters tonight, we had the outside greeter of Kylie Sykes. Our lobby greeters were Joan Gerard and Judy Rose. Following tonight's service, we join in the social hall for Kiddush, Motzi, refreshments, and conversation. It's a great opportunity, if there are people here you don't know, to say hello and welcome them to our community. As always, we have a busy schedule. Even though it's summertime, we continue to do programming. A couple of highlights for you tonight. For those who have not yet done so, please turn in your pledge form so we can figure out our budgets. That's very helpful. Remember the Food All Year program sponsored by Team Tzedek. August is rice. So when you come to the temple, bring a box or a bag of rice. That would be a nice gesture. The Adult Jewish Learning Committee and the Women of TBI are sponsoring another play reading. That will be the play Hidden Waters. It's going to be Sunday, August 18th at 2 p.m. here at the temple. Join the Women of TBI, and there'll be a communal reading of Hidden Waters. And finally, if you have not done so, please make your reservations for September 14th, the kickoff event for Or Chadash. Shabbat Shalom.
Local thing. I just want to remind folks that next Friday night we will be under the, we will be Tachat HaShamayim, we will be under the, beneath the stars, and we also will have a picnic dinner starting at 6 o'clock, BYO. It's a beautiful evening. The temperature does cool down now that the sun is setting a little earlier, and we invite you to join us then. And then 2 weeks later, on the 6th of September, we will also be outside for a wonderful kickoff of the fall, or whatever Judy called it. Here comes the leave, something like that. Barbecue, which everyone's invited to. TBI will supply the barbecue, and you are invited to bring a side dish or dessert or something.
We'll supply the
salad.
food for the barbecue as well, not just the grill. But
Yeah, exactly.
actual-
You don't have to cook your own.
All right. So we're going to turn to Aleinu L'Shabeach. We have our alternative Aleinu on this Shabbat, which is on the back of your song sheet. And I'll invite folks, if you can comfortably do so, to rise.
Do it that way. It's up to us to call ourselves. Not in my iPad. Okay, I'll do it. There we go. Okay, 1, 2. It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. That's what we are free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are answered to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei malach Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 287. V'na'amar v'haya Adonai L'malach al kol ha'aretz Bayom ahu Yiyeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad.
Page 294. We take a moment to remember those who have been important in our lives and have left this earth, those who have died in recent days or at this time in years past. Remember the recent deaths of Yagev Buchstav, cousin of Yael Steinfeld, of Susan Laurie Brewer, daughter of Bela Pasternak of blessed memory, of Brenda Gershman, mother of Tara Fink, of Burton Lazarus, uncle of Karen Kupitz. Remember the Yortzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of John Thomas Lennox, Evelyn Ray, Earl Silden, Baba Osipov, Beverly Payan, Serena Schoenfeld, Seidel Wachtel, Ida Block, Bernard Shane Karmatz, Monto Rosenthal, Nathan Weiner, Benjamin Krieger, Belle Lipset, Reuben Rochester, Abraham Blumenfeld, Rose Garber, Sarah Harbour, Aaron Liebschard, Norman Rubin, Irv Strub, Deborah Berliner, Harry Chudikoff, Leo Falk, Isidore Schall, Geraldine Waldman, Howard Bespris, Irma Englund, John Harbour, Eleanor Irene Savage, John Sparnich, Patricia Sparnich, and Ari Kuiman. If you are remembering somebody on this Shabbat and want to add their name to those that we mentioned or restate a name to those that I've already mentioned, Please feel free to do so as I come by your room.
Just also want to mention that Glenn Lee Masters passed away, one of our longtime members, and his burial will take place at Riverside National on August 28th, and there's information that's been distributed.
If you're in a time of mourning or observing a yortzeit on this Shabbat, I invite you to rise. And I invite the rest of the congregation, if it's your custom, to rise in embrace and support of those who mourn. Again, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabbah v'yalma divrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dukudusha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata ta'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Huyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. Amen. Do you want to say a word before you sing?
Well, Rabbi mentioned during the teaching that one of the ways that we bring God into the world is through love. And one of the commemorations that are part of the Jewish calendar, but a little less known, is a holiday called Tu B'Av, which takes place beginning Sunday night into Monday. And Tu B'Av is the Jewish holiday of love, right? We all know about Tu B'Shvat being the New Year for trees, Tu meaning the number 15. Well, this month, the 15th of the month of Av, approximately just 6 days after the darkest day of the year on the 9th of Av, occurs on Monday. So we're going to sing a song about love. It's on your song sheet. I invite you to join Randy and I in
Sort of like a Jewish Valentine's Day.
I think, or Sadie Hawkins Day, but we don't talk about that anymore. Randy, kick us off. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Here we go. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. One more time. Here we go. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. There's nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's no one you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. Big finish now. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Woohoo! All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. One more time. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
For those who joined us online, thank you so much for being with us. For all of you in the sanctuary, please join us in the social hall for Kiddush, Motzi refreshments. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.